Okay, so let's go with layers. So I think I need to add specific, like survivors. Then targetable, solids, like buildings and such. I wonder if I should make a height. Oh shit. I'm gonna check the Google store real quick. Unity store. There's a full screen asset, full screen editor. I forgot what it was. There was a video, top free assets, and it's like, oh, that full screen one looks really good. Lean GUI, that looks cool. Floating text engine, oh, that's neat. Maybe I won't find it. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch one of those videos. Surely that's not full screen editor, is it? No, anyways. Do I add a script that has a height? And call it like solids, right? Even give it to the zombies and the players. That would make this easier. So let's try this. It's a crazy idea. Solids. Solid. So I don't need a start nor an update, I don't think. I just want to have a public float height. And that's it. And then let's go to the zombie prefab. Okay. Cool. I can just drag and drop it up here where I need it, but not all the way down there. There. 0.75. Same thing with the characters. If I add it, it's going to be way down here. Or I can do that. And then I think for the solids here, I can add a solid component. And then I will make the height like a high number, like 3, 4, 5, maybe. I do want to know though, like, I'm thinking when you throw them at a zombie, it should explode on contact. So a little bit more to the on collision enter 2D is if I'm going to add a solid here, and then this will be another else. Try get component out solid true, and then I can do whatever I need to do here, like bounce off a wall or whatever. So for the grenade, I am keeping track of I think there should be a timer that's not relying on it hitting 0. That's just going by way too quick. Multiplier is, I'll be like, I can do like less than 1, then explode though, so it doesn't wait until it comes to a complete rest before it does. Do that there now, but a multiplayer, sine angle, start offset Y. Okay, that needs to stay. So there's a Y value here. This needs to be a public variable for me here now. Public float Y. And this holds the actual local Y position. Right? So let's rename this now that I'm here. Oh, and it's not going to be public. Private. Local Y. So now, when I hit a targetable, I can now detect if the sprite is low enough by trying to get the if collision.gameObject.try get component and out solid is true. Okay, that means we hit, what are you doing? Like that. That means we collided with a targetable. The targetable has the solid component. And now we need to say if I don't want to do that because you can hit it like down here. Yes, that's always true. So if local y is less than or equal to solid height, then we can explode as well. And there was what was the timer? I'm sorry, if the multiplier was less than or equal to 1, then we explode there. We already explode. If speed is less than 0, start coroutine, blah, blah, blah. So private boolean has exploded equals false. And then if has exploded is true, return. So here, if that's that, we start that coroutine and then we say go to definition. Go there, thank you. Here we say oh, I'm in a definition of start coroutine. I want to go here. And we say has exploded is true. So now whenever we start this coroutine, we don't have to worry about updates. Also, if collision is trigger, so here if has exploded is true, return, so we don't need to do any more collision here. And here we can start a coroutine. Like that. So also here, if the multiplier is less than or equal to 1. Oh, there's all this stuff too. Maybe grenade transform, blah, 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 blah. So, cut this out, put it here. Cut all of that out and make the coroutine responsible for doing all of that. So this is going to be set up for explosion. So now anywhere where I call that start coroutine, random game. So is it Porson or person? And hi, how are you doing today? Did you come in yesterday from the raid? Weird that is it supposed to? I'm going to take this one out, and I'm going to take I'm going to leave that one there. Yeah, you came in. Set zombie rats and explosive ones. Yes. I agree with the explosive ones. Maybe not so much exploding rat or zombie rats. Okay, so it's going to be really hard to get these guys to collide with a grenade. I also have to make it so that survivors that are not rescued don't get hurt. Yes, that rolled. Looks like it rolled onto the roof. Do it, do it, do it. Alright, let's fix the logic of the survivor targeting. Again, should it be in the gun? Should it be in the survivor? Take damage, take damage, take damage here. If is there a survivor type? Yeah, survivor type. Equals survivor type dot prisoner. We don't take damage. This turn chance equals turn chance. It's actually damage dot turn chance. Yeah. Although little animals like rats or whatever could be quick, easy to kill, but are fast, so they can get to you quicker and do a little bit of damage. I could animate it like on the guy's face. So if the survivor is a prisoner, do that. If stun timer is greater than 0, do that. I need, yeah, there's a lot of if targets is nulls. If the target is null and we have a gun, aim at current target position. Oh, if it doesn't equal null. Else, if has gun is true, find closest zombie. Zombie.closest equals find closest zombie. If closest doesn't equal null, do some stuff. So I want to replace this with code in the guns. Setzer. It is progress time. So that FSM graph, is that built into Unity now, or is that a plugin? Because it looks super sweet. I think my chat displays. I only have it set for like 10 seconds though. Yeah, cool. It's on screen. No, that's the node canvas asset. Gotcha. So let's go to the gun. It's honestly the best one. Has a built-in behavior tree, FSM, and dialogue tree. That's cool. Is it super expensive? Public virtual targetable. Should I say targetable? Or should I say zombie? Because I am trying to get the zombie. I'm going to say targetable because human opponents aren't zombies. Get closest. So not barrels, right? 'Cause barrels are targetable, but I don't want to get the closest barrel. And I don't want to get the closest to anything. Get next target. Or just get target. And then I kind of want to have something in the wording for that method that says it's an offensive target. Whatever. It's $120, but you got it in a package, something really cheap. Cool. I'll have to keep my eye open. I did watch a video today on lunch that somebody who made a game only got about 500 sales, but now gets like ensures that they continue to get more sales by just going out and finding other game developers that have games that are fizzled and creating bundles. And you know, we all love bundles. And so that's his thing. Like, he just keeps going bundle after bundle after bundle. Not necessarily a collab, but just a bundle. And I thought of it like it'd be really cool, like if the group of us had Steam games when we all have Steam games, and our sales fizzle, we'll call it like bottom of the bundle, and put our stuff in it. Yes, Limit, you're in there as well. You're the first one to have the Steam game. Your sales have fizzled. You gotta go out there and promote, dude. So I'm gonna do a vector 3 transform. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say position. And then this will be the logic based on the position of the player. It'll return this by default will return the closest, but I can then override it in the grenade to get the furthest that I can reach. You're just trying to scrape them pennies by packing your crap game with other crap games? No, it's a decent game, and getting $5 per sale instead of, you know, $19.99 or $14.99, whatever your game was. It's still a little bit of income, and the guy says it's completely worth it, whether or not it takes you. He said his first time it took him like an hour to make the bundle. He said, but after that, like when he figured it out, he could whip together a bundle in a couple minutes. That's still a year and 9 months down the road. Survivor. Okay. I don't think I need all of this, but we'll start with this logic that's in here. And it's not too difficult. Here. What is re-aim timer? Who cares? Zombie closest equals null, blah, 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 blah. And then we don't use the transform position. If distance, transform position, yeah. And when it all is said and done, we return the closest zombie. Oh. We have in our midst shoot distance. So guess what? If float distance equals that, if float distance is less than minimum distance, and distance is less than shoot distance, right? Let me catch up. I guess there's no catching up. Just hit the daily limit on your Claude Pro sub. Guess you can work on your model for the next bro. The sniper rifle can have an increased distance. You're right, the sniper rifle can, and it does. Well, the machine gun. I don't have a sniper yet. And I don't know if I'm going to have the sniper because of view distance. But we'll see. It could be cool. It could be really cool to position like a dude up on a roof somewhere. But he'd have to shoot super slow. Okay, so I have this. What else do I need to put in here? Or do I? There's one reference, so let's just go there. Closest equals that. So closest, oops. I'm sorry, the zombie closest equals gun dot get target transform position. What's your problem? Oh, shoot. So I gotta say target closest is this. And then my target up here, is it a zombie or is it targetable? Oh, yeah. I just reminded myself. It's not target. It's targetable. Yes, okay. Who is the bundle guy? Who is the bundle guy? Give me a second here to look at my history. Was this yesterday? Unity desisted. Is it decided to ditch Iron Source? Good for them. They are coming about. Okay, I'm gonna give you a link.
That's like, it is an interesting meta where it like incentivizes big games to also bundle with small games.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Can I not post a link? Oh. I posted it in YouTube. Hold on. Switch to Twitch chat. Post. There you go. Oh, I have an all option. Cool. It's a Scope Creepers podcast. I really like the style of the guy's game. The colors, how bright it is and vibrant. That's super cool.
Finally, set the mood with light.
You added to your Discord. Added what? You have too many channels for me to keep up. Social media post? Oh. Okay. Level 80 says Unity has announced plans to sell Supersonic and shut down Iron Source ad network effective April 30th. What time was this? Didn't really do anything besides repair some damage from... Man, they're so volatile. I hope people aren't doing like pump and dumps on Unity. $20 though. Like, I could own a share or two. I just need to know where to put in my PayPal information. I'm gonna save that. Nope. I kinda wanted... Here, I'm gonna reply to your message or your post. Unity is healing. Piss off some of your your Discord members that dislike Unity. Wow, in a bundle, you need to agree on a royalty split. You figured you'd just discount your game and you'd get that. You guess it makes sense if one was way more popular than another. Oh, so is it not? I didn't like catch the details. I also figured it was kind of like like we decide that, or you come and you say like I want $5, and I say, well, I only want 2, and then Mig says he only wants 3, right? So then that's a $10 bundle, is what I thought. You don't think Unity stock will go up much? I think it will if there is chatter of people liking that decision. Guess you got to go to Twitch to be with the cool kids. Yeah, well, come on over, I guess. I always intended YouTube to be my main, but nobody goes there besides like the most important people in my life. Okay. So that's it. That's all I need right there to target the next person. However, in this instance, I need to wrap find closest zombie. This if re-aim timer. If has gun equals true and re-aim timer is less than 0, I think. So let's just run that and we'll see if the gun works. Ignoring your chat. I'm not ignoring your chat. Unless I didn't see your chat in my chat. Okay. This dude seems to be holding his own. Get away. Cool. So now, I don't know why it's showing as not saved, but yeah. How you doing? Well, you use Unity. Clearly, most of us here do. Limit 0 up in chat. He has actually published a game just recently on Steam. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Not just because he's on my Discord. It's a good game. Grenade. So now we need a public override. And I want to use it is a virtual. Grenade does. Oh. This is not the script to do that in. Gun grenade. Yes. Why does this look so bad? Don't know. It's weird looking to me. Because there's no space there. Public override. Get target. Who dislikes Unity? We do. There are people on Miguel's Discord, I think, that dislike Unity. I could be wrong, but the temperature there is a little different towards Unity and more towards Godot sometimes. So I don't have a maximum and I don't have a minimum, but I kind of feel like a minimum is required as well. I am right? Yeah. So let's not move that. So here, public. Wait, you didn't say if it was Porsons or person. Random game Porson or random game person? How do I pronounce it? Public float max aim, max target distance, and public float minimum target distance. And I'm going to make these private And if I need to make a change, I'll change them right in here, I guess, instead of worrying about them in the inspector. So the minimum I'm going to say is 4, but oh, that was the maximum. I'm going to say 10. Reluctantly. and minimum is going to be 5. You don't mind. Don't mind either. Use what you like. Are you saying you don't mind the engine, or you don't mind the pronunciation? Unity removed the splash screen with 6, so ain't nobody's got to know. Well, yeah. And you don't have to ship it with a crash handler.exe either. Okay, so I'm just gonna steal the default real quick. I am going to have to remember that the guns by default do not target humans that are bad guys, like the military. So that'll need fixed too. When adding logic for military targeting, don't forget that grenades have their own method in gun grenade.cs. Oh, I say your name. Okay. You bought a few Unity 3D made games on Steam without knowing pretty good games. Yeah, I think it kind of brings a smile to my face sometimes when I see a game that's really good and I end up getting it and it starts off with made with Unity. It's like, oh yeah, cool. You put over 4,000 hours into Tarkov and it's made in Unity. My son has escaped from Tarkov. I don't know if I have the... Oh, let's go up here. Click on my son's chat. That's Dead by Daylight. Margaritas. Oh man, that was a while ago. That was Tarkov. You did too? Yeah, he was super proud of it. He shared a screenshot with me. We put a lot of hours into that game too. Now he's playing some game called The Final Spell. He's putting some hours into that. Okay, I don't know where that is, but... That's when he got his new computer. It's taking that forever to load. I'm not gonna choke my internet. OG extraction shooter. Okay, so blah 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 blah. There is a shoot distance. that's, I'm going to make that the minimum distance. So I will say if distance is greater than a minimum distance and distance is less than shoot distance, no, if it's greater than shoot distance and dist is less than maximum target distance, that should be renamed. Let's rename that real quick. Rename target distance. This is max target distance. So then that makes sense to rename this to minimum. And that's going to be 5 and start. I'm going to say max target distance is equal to 10. So this still base dot max target distance. And this is now minimum target distance. Thinking about selling your account. It's what games like Marathon, Gray Zone, Arena Breakout are all trying to copy. You didn't play it a ton, learned about it after playing Marauders. Tarkov wasn't super co-op friendly at the time. When you sell, can you sell just your Tarkov, or can you sell? Do you have to sell it with like a Steam account? So this, then, if the distance is greater than the last distance, because we want to go for the furthest, and the distance is greater than the max, no, I'm going to say less than the max target distance, but greater than our minimum target distance, then we set that. So he should no longer be aiming for close zombies with the grenade.
Do you know how many simultaneous users your website can handle? Most
Non-Steam account.
require days of
Edge of Darkness.
creation,
Blah, 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 blah.
structure setup, only to give you a simulated estimate of your load capacity. But luckily, there's a new solution. Meet LoadView, the first and only
Oh no, he's not shooting.
testing tool. LoadView offers no-code scripting to
Bro, don't die.
your website. This script is uploaded to the LoadView cloud and run in real browsers from around the world, giving you perfect insight into your website's performance under load. Know your website
Real quick.
and ensure exceptional performance.
Well, I set that here, so that doesn't matter.
Sign up for a free trial at loadview-testing.com.
So, oh, no. This has to be minimum value now. All right, because we're starting small and going to big. There we go. So I kind of want it to be possible to reach those that he's targeting. Or not. Like, it's gonna be a really bad weapon if they have to be aggro for him to even get to them. Maybe to fix their grenade, make them get thrown faster. Yeah, so that can be fixed with the angle speed. Did I save that? Yeah. So did he overthrow it? Or did he short throw it? Bum, 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 bum. Why'd he get hurt? Cowboy Bebop, what's going on? There was like a weird glitch right there. Looked like the explosion happened. Oh. Is it because he was like real close to one and it, when he threw, and it contacted with them? Yeah, oh gosh. And he'd be like, blow himself up. I'm okay with that. Oh. There's a dead grenade on the ground. Beep, 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 boop. Is it just a sprite? It looks like you can do bundles anytime. Maybe get throw ahead of target or something. It doesn't have to be super accurate. The survivors aren't supposed to be brilliant people. It looks like you can do bundles anytime. You don't need to wait 30 days or whatever. It is between sales. Interesting. Or whatever. Oh, you have to wait 30 days or whatever it is between sales. So does everybody have to agree then on a split? An equal split? Is that what you said? Yeah, that's not bad. I don't want him to like purposely throw short. And to be honest, they're only exploding that far away from the zombie because that's when they enter the collider. So should I do a distance check before deciding to? Yeah. There's a point, right? Is a point a world point, or is it a local point? Yeah, Steam doesn't let you do back-to-back sales. Everyone just has to agree on a certain split for the bundle. So more popular game, 70%, less popular game, 30%, for example. Oh, it can. Okay. That was my thought. Like, it only makes sense that if you want to, like, piggyback, you don't get as much. Or if you're the anchor of the bundle, you get more. Collision dot, what is closest point? Returns a point on the perimeter of this collider that is closest to the specified position. That's not what I want. At the same time, though, that would be like in a on trigger stay, right? Otherwise, I'm totally ignoring it if it's not close enough the first time it enters the collider. Maybe you make it explode when a zombie directly touches, not when near something. Yeah, well, I have the near something to collect everything that will take damage when it explodes. Donkey Kong Bonanza is kind of boring, is it? Is it one of those games that, like, it's kind of satisfying because you get to destroy stuff, but then after a while it's like, meh? Or do I recast? Not recast, but hold on. Let me take this out. And put something in update here. If for each target and targets, I need to take this as well. I'm going to assume that it's always going to have target. I'm not going to assume that it's always the closest. So what I think I need to do is, we're close enough. So let's do a if vector 3 dot distance between transform dot position and target dot transform position. Is less than 1. And then we do the rest of this logic. So, random game person, what kind of game are you working on? Lesson 1, target game object, target component if it's solid. If it is solid, then I can check the height. That way, if it's over the head, the collider is on the bottom. So if the grenade's too far over, it won't do that. Okay, so that should work a little bit better. We got 2 days until the Wizard's Sanctuary shuts down. Is he only able to aim right? No, okay. I questioned his targeting of the... It's a little closer. Let's do a slightly... like 0.75. It's a horror game with a story only, started like 2 weeks ago. So you're in early stages, but the main plot is humanity is gone, bar the player. And now there is biological monsters. You have to survive being in the world with them. That's a 3D game. So, like, survive as in kill them, or survive as in, like, go get food, keep your health up kind of thing? Do they keep moving? Are they looking for you?
With April 15th coming, doing your own taxes doesn't have to be intimidating. Meet H&R Block online. Just drag and drop last year's return, then follow the clear step-by-step.
Okay, so 2 things. First, before I forget again, in the guns, I did that. This sprite needs to go down, so I move this up. 0.5, 0.65, maybe. That'll make it so the shadow is under it. Like when it lands, it's still like not covered up by the, or not covering up the sprite on the bottom. Oh, I had to say apply. Okay. You think you could kill them if you find the right tool, but it is also food survive. The monsters are like life forms, so they hunt for food, not just hunt because they are evil. So it's stealthy. I like that. The object type zombie has been destroyed, but you are still trying to access it. So the only reason why it would be because a zombie died and didn't unregister themselves. And I'm sure it does. Attacking animation, take damage. Dying animation. Somewhere in oh, maybe I unregister Yeah, right here. So that's a weird error. What was it in? Oh. If target is null, then continue. Yep. Let's put that on the next line. He's got good aim. I think the correct hit in the face, however, should probably cause more damage. Explosion damage. That's a private. Oh, I'm sorry, what? I don't set, no wonder they're not dying. How many health do my zombies have? And that's intargetable. So let's look at the zombie prefab. He's got 3 health. So, in the grenade, maybe I'll do 4. I think. Can I see all of my colliders? Well, in game. I'd probably have to draw the circle. Let's throw grenade. So that's the size of a grenade explosion. And then for a barrel, somewhere, there's one left, there's a few left. Those are tiny. So why is it getting exploded?
LinkedIn Sales Navigator can't help you pretend you know how to play pickleball with your clients.
I guess, is it just close enough?
Sites to help you build better relationships with those clients.
I think taxes are something that makes all
That needs fixed too.
whether or not you want to admit it. Being able to pass my taxes to a TurboTax expert means that I have to only collect documents, I give it away, and then they will let me know when it's ready to go.
Honestly, you have a main idea for the game. You're just looking at what locations, what monsters there is
Breaking a sweat.
in the locations. You have one monster and 2 locations so far, but this game is going to be expansive. Are you using real life locations? I think the fire rate is pretty good too. I do. I do. Okay. So I think I'm done with the grenade. Oh, I'm not done with the grenade. Right? Because I didn't do the solids thing on the walls. So how do I want to do this? Oh, I still need to get like the point of collision. I might have to make the collider smaller in order to make it accurately collide with walls, and then when it explodes, do kind of like a distance check for everything. Or I can do a circle. A circle, no, it's not a, is it a cast? I want to do a circle physics 2D dot. Circle, is it circle check? What's it called? I forget now. Overlap circle. To get all the targets within the range. That would be better, huh? So I don't need that. I don't need that. Right, and I don't need that, except this has to go back. Like if it full-on collided with a zombie or whatever, and then it's like that. I'm not adding anything to lists. If target contains that, targets.add that. Where did I lose the target variable? Oops, I only need to do this one and this one, huh? like that. And then if vector 3 distance is that, okay, so I don't need that anymore because I'm going to shrink the collider down. So if it's a targetable and it's got a solid, then I can do that. Else, if it's a survivor, there's something I need to do there. Here, also if it's a solid, oh, duh, then I gotta get that. I don't want to apply damage. I want to turn the thing about. You're definitely going to name the places, but right now you're looking at want a city, want like a shopping mall or a school, stuff like that right now. Yeah, I plan on having some indoor locations, specifically like a hospital.
Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain?
On trigger exit doesn't need to do anything here.
Offers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC branded pain relievers. Aleve helps
And apply damage. So this is
with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose.
where I need to do this, the overlap circle.
Use as directed.
So, public static circle collider 2D, overlap circle. Does it return the collider 2D? Yeah, okay. So, collider 2D collisions. This is this, and then it's collisions equals physics 2D. Whoa, what happened? 2D dot. There's overlap circle, but is there overlap circle all? Yes. Okay. And then point, which is transform dot position. And then the radius. So let's take the radius from the existing grenade. Which is just 2. Maybe I'll leave it at 2 for now. Okay, and then while I'm in here, let's shrink this down. Not a school, though. I don't think I want to have a school. Like that. Okay. And then for each survivor and survivors, for each blah, 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 blah. So for each collider 2D collision and collisions, thank you for being smart. Do that. And then I have to define the variable first. So I have to say targetable, target. I'll say targetable. Wait, can I do that? Oh shit, cool. Okay, and then survivor equals collision game object get component. Oh, I want to do a try get though, right? Because will this crash out if it doesn't have it? No. Try target take damage. Blah blah blah. I need solid. Before I deleted that. I'm a little bit more lenient, I think, on survivors have a different damage than the zombies do. So if targetable doesn't equal null, survivor, I'm sorry, solid equals that. And I can do a thing in like the zombie script to force them to have solids. Require component. Is it this type of, yeah, type of solid. So many ads. So what's wrong with this? Top level statements must precede namespace. And blah, blah, blah. So does that mean this goes up here? Okay. How do I use that? Unity, how to use require component. It is, oh, and so it's one of those things. You go like this. Okay, and then in the survivor class as well. Oh no, I don't want to do this to the zombies. I want to do this to the parent. Go to definition, to the targetables. So all targetables have a solid component. And then all survivors, which are not targetable per se, also require that. So now if I went like to the barrels that I didn't give each individual barrel, which I didn't give the component to, it'll be there. Oh, back up. Or will it? A barrel is targetable. There is a barrel script. There's my Z order. It's so interesting that there is not a targetable already added to it. Is it gonna like throw a fit? Ah. That's why there's an error somewhere. Oh, because I didn't finish this. Let's not try targetable take damage. Let's just do it. And then else. Oh, I need the if survivor is not null. I do need the height thing. So float height equals solid height equals float.max value if solid doesn't equal null, then solid height is allowed to be solid.height. So if it's not null and solid height is less than 0.75, and here if solid height is less than 0.75, get rid of the try catch. And then do that. So apply damage though is done on explosions. Shit. I don't want the solid here. The solid needs to be on trigger enter. Yeah, okay. So I don't have to do any solid checking at all. Height checks. Because when it explodes, it'll either be on the ground or it will have exploded because it was close enough. I'm going to go with that. So if we hit a targetable and there's a solid and the solid height is less than the local Y, then we do the damage. And we don't only do damage to just the one it collided with, we do damage to all targetables in the area. And survivors for that matter. Okay, all errors are cleaned up. There's my barrel. The barrel now has a solid script. This height is kind of lower, so I'm going to say like 0.5. I'm going to do that for all of them. Oh, Wait a second. Which one did I click on? That one? That's a prefab. Decoration. This. 0.5. Boink. The Z order needs fixed. Why? Why did he die? Also, there's a grenade there. Let's send. I send this dude out here. Grenade guy. Oh, did I die? So that's a thing. Like, so the grenade is there, and it like killed the zombie. Just been drawing some monster ideas for your game. Too bad you couldn't share images in chat, GIFs. That'd be fun. So I wonder if it's trying to explode a zombie. Yeah, look at that. Why did they get hurt? Did he kill them? Dude. Wake up. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put that in my notes, that occasional bombs or grenades. Occasionally grenades will... You have a Discord now? You have a Discord server? Occasionally grenades will be destroyed, but the sprite hangs out, I think. Did you mean grenades? Yes, I did. Are you RGP? That would make sense if you were. Yeah, you are. Go to, if you want to share, there's a share your stuff. Until I test a little bit more, I'm not going to be able to figure out what scenarios make that grenade just kind of, or a grenade just kind of sit there. Oh, here. Yes, there. He can almost run faster than his own grenades. That's sad. Oof. Yeah, that's kind of sus. Like, they died right there. And had no business dying. Can I get more? What was it when the barrels exploded? Because these guys were down here when those barrels exploded. I need you to come up here. You stay back. Definitely serves well as like a support. Kind of wish I didn't explode those barrels. Yeah. So the offset for the Z order of the grenades needs to be higher. Z order. Oh, it wasn't even active? Hello. Yeah, that's a big explosion to be taken. What was it? A radius of 2? Cool. Yeah, I suppose. Like, that could be exploding that they might be close enough, so I'll give it to it. How do I make a non-rigid body bounce off of a solid? There's gonna be a lot of math involved. How to make a non-rigid body bounce off of a solid collider. How to stop a rigid body from bouncing. Solid objects without. My code for the grenade. Do I have a directional? Move. How do I bounce off of the So there's the hit. If the hit is not null, closest point, I was kind of on the right track. Normalize the difference, and then there's a vector 2 reflect, which probably needs to be a vector 3, hopefully. Push out slightly. So that's here. If I collide with a solid, do that. Collision dot closest point. Yeah. Radius is just a 0.5-ish. Plus 0.1f. Don't don't need you to do that. So does that mean I can go to the barrel, aim for it, and make him throw over the barrel, but then hit the wall of the building? And what am I listening to? Metal Gear Solid. The solids layer of the grid has... wrong grid. That's the fog of war grid. Has a solids script and a height as 5. I can make it like infinite, like 15. I can kind of understand that because of that door. That's a different object I'll have to work with. So that tells me it's not working. Let's go to Sega Dreamcast music. Let's do a debug here. We'll say $sign and this dot, I need braces. This dot name collided with collision dot game object dot name. No, I wonder if it just gets confused because it's on a tile map collider 2D. Like, is it not going to be able to figure out what the normal is? Oops. That needs to be there. Try and clean up my Unity. Oh, come on. So it's not detecting a collision at all. collision, game object, try get component. Oh. Yeah, it has a solid. Never mind. Yes, right? Yeah. So the fact that this doesn't come up. Oh, because it is colliding with. I need a Boolean. All right, so wait, why? It's not true with a. It's not true with a targetable. It's not true with a survivor. So this can still be an else. Right? So if it's not collided with either one of those, let's put a. Oh, this is also weird. Did I do that? And why didn't it give me an error? What's that all about? Why don't you like that there? Or there? Oh, because it's over here. That elusive. Interesting. Okay, so let's do just up here, not just down in there. So if it collides with any sort of collider, it should get, like when it passes over the barrel. Yeah, so it says grenade collided with barrel, but the grenade is not colliding with this layer. Does it not work with that? Does overlap circle not work on tile map collider 2D? Tile map collider 2D. absolutely does. Okay. It has to have a rigid body in order for the overlap circle to work. Okay. Fine. Be that way. Rigid body 2D, and then I can say it's static. There is no static. Yes, there is. It's right there. And that should make it not fall. Thank you. No, still. So I got grenade collided with Survivor, which is himself. And then grenade collided with the barrel, which is what right there. But I'm not getting the collision when it enters over the tile map. Flesh Hank, which shoots out string-like tendrils that grab walls, roofs, floors to move its body to its targets. Looks like a face hugger from Alien. That game where you control like that blob thing, and then it like automatically like shoots its blob like stuff to walk. That'd be cool if like you were on the other side of that instead of like being the creature. You had to like hide from the creature or defend yourself from the creature. Oh, tile map collider. It's a rigid body up here too. Layer overrides include, exclude, nothing. It is simulated, it's static. Such, you know what he looks like? Just make his eyes red and poke his eyeballs out a little bit more. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong with the cast? No. What else is there for the cast? I could do the layer mask. But if I don't add a layer mask, then it's everything, right? Oh. I'm not doing the cast here. I'm doing on trigger enter. On trigger enter 2D does work with tile map collider 2D. But only if the rigid body trigger rules are satisfied. You must have trigger collider plus rigid 2D, or rigid body 2D. Moving objects. So is it that I'm moving it manually? No. Collider 2D. But it has a rigid body 2D on the solid layer. Not gonna lie, did have the inspiration to make it. Oh, hold the phone. Dang it. Is that actually working? Like it disappeared and then it seemed to come out at a different spot. Oh, that's too bad. Can you get rid of them without killing all the barrels? What if I go down here? There. Dude, you're more dangerous than the guy with the grenades. You would use ice to defend yourself from it. Ice to defend. So do you have to make the ice or do you have to get the ice? This one has me stumped. It's a default layer like everything else is. I have a rigid body on it. Even if I make it dynamic and I say freeze all that, what would happen? It's not safe to do that. Oh, but that worked. Why having it as static not work? And am I able to push buildings? Like if I get enough dudes? Oh, what if I click this as static? Is that what it meant? You decided to from all over again? Like since the last one you just showed? Boing. Okay. So then that ensures, so he can still go in here, right? Cool. And I changed that to say supplies instead of loot. This is supposed to be a really good hero. He looks like a standard enemy thug. Is that because he doesn't have hair? And his jaw, like you have this arch right here. If it was like more of a straight line, would that make it more hero looking? And what if you pull his eyes, these corners, if you pulled it forward a little bit more or in, he'd look less evil? So that's weird. There is a matter of that door. So that'll be a bug I will write down. Occasionally, grenades. Grenades appear behind doorways. when they should be in front. So the whole thing has a Z order. I don't do any offset. It's up here though. So does that just mean it's just 1? So, and the Z order here, if I add 1. I mean, the head doesn't look that bad. I wouldn't get rid of it. You just had to ruin it. Oh, guess what? I can hit R to restart. Still didn't do it. Does the offset need to be a negative? Dude, your gun is not that inaccurate. Go down here, play. Does that make it worse? Say -2 and see what happens. Oh, shit. This is static though. It doesn't need to be constantly calculated. Position is -8. So is it going to be 2.5D? You said 3D, right? But these are 2D images. That one's pretty cool though, the way you have it moving back and forth. When it had no target, it would hang on the roof and wait for something to come to it. Gamers don't look up. So let's do this. Let's take this, aim for that, and too late. Ish. Let's go to the scene. It is overlapping here. So let's go to the sprite renderer And the order in the layer is negative 400. That's for the door. Sorry. Let's get the grenade. It's down here. Its order is negative 352. So if I go, let's pause it. It won't change until I unpause it, huh? Use 2D for the concept art. Okay. It's not a bad idea. So when it goes higher, it goes in between it. And then okay. So we know that's already negative 400. Right there. And then here, why are we negative 210? Because the Y is 210. And then is the door at 4? Okay. I think because it's out here, that's a positive 210? Negative 210, okay. What does that mean? That the offset needs 200. I don't know if that's positive or negative. Maybe that's a negative. Let's reset. Throw one grenade and then pause it. There we go. So it's negative that. Oh. So if I start throwing, let's take this grenade and raise it up. So it's Negative 84. Why if changing that to 200 makes that 72? $270? 0? Should be 270, right? Or 272. And then 200. Can make that a negative. Either way, it never brings that. Oh. No, it's on sorting layer default as well. I thought I had it, guys. The grenade is on a sorting layer of default. So is it true that no matter what I do here, I can't get it to come up? Order in layer 0? Hmm. So the door is what? Negative? $452. The grenade at negative 452. Well, is that going to be 31? Okay, so door 452. The grenade is 537, but then goes invisible at 538. Why does that not make sense? And so if I subtract from here and then kept this going up, nope. This is almost like sorting layer agnostic. Like it's literally now like when I cross the center points, no matter what the order and the sorting order is. I don't know, guys. That's one for tomorrow, I guess. Or you want to see what your game looks like? You want to see what my game's looks are? Yeah, sure. Do you have anything like in game yet? Or is it just concept stuff? The door has a Z order. The wall should have a Z order script. There's an offset here. Do I want to do that? And the thing is it's not the shadow, right? The shadow is where, well, the shadow is not where. The grenade has a Z order. But the sprite, oh, it also does. But let's remove this. And then, does the grenade have a reference to the sprite renderer? No. Let's make that happen. Public sprite renderer. Oh. Yeah. Public sprite renderer. Grenade sprite. You have a player that moves in a test map for the style right now. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. And then assign this to that. And then I need my sprite renderer, right? So this is a private sprite renderer shadow sprite renderer. And then just an update or below here. Grenade sprite dot sorting order equals shadow sprite renderer dot sorting order. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. It definitely has the horror vibes to it. I dig it. In that style, you could almost get away with like doing what Doom did with like the 2D sprites in a 3D world. That would probably take away from the immersion, though it wouldn't be as scary, I think. So the grenades are now... They're there. Why are they all... Okay. That was a little ridiculous, but I think I know why. Because I do this, which should be true. One trigger, enter. No, that shouldn't do anything. Well, yeah. Right? Would it stop this? No. Why can't he throw? Null reference is not set to an instance of an object. That's why. Oh. So my shadow equals get component sprite render. Yeah, so you didn't do 2D. You thought 3D is more scary. Yeah, I agree. That's how it's supposed to look. I hate the fact that I misspelled grenades like all the time yesterday. I knew it didn't. I kept saying it didn't feel right. I typed it into my bugs, and it was like, that's misspelled. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a night, and I will be back tomorrow, same time. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thanks for joining the Discord, and thanks for sharing what you're working on. That's pretty cool. Hopefully we can be some inspiration to you to finish your game. Later.